All right, what's going on, everybody? So, Jan716 back here again. A little tired today, especially after watching the 49ers beat down the Green Bay Packers again. Um, the difference was that Green Bay this time actually came back a little bit and they fought, but it was too late. San Francisco was not letting go of this lead. I was pretty confident that that wasn't going to happen, and it did. I mean, San Francisco just completely annihilated the Green Bay Packers. And San Francisco pretty much pulled off what the Tennessee Titans have been doing all year round. They just run the football. They use their three backs in rotation, physical on the offensive front, and for the most part, they just dominated the trenches. Both sides of the ball, they just dominated the trenches. And again, Jimmy Garoppolo only threw the ball 8 times this game for 77 yards. He didn't need to throw the ball a lot. He was efficient when he did do it. But overall wise, just give the ball to your running backs, and they just bulldoze the Packers. Now, the Packers have a good defense, but it's not elite. I would say that one of their biggest weaknesses was the rushing game. I was not confident at all that the Packers were physical enough to really match up front with the 49ers rushing game. I knew that they can get after the quarterback, right? Kenny Clark, one of the best interior defensive linemen in the game, but I think that San Francisco just has so much going for them on the front that again they didn't really need to throw the ball. They just can run it down their throats. Now, if this was in Green Bay, if this was in Lambeau Field, I think a different conversation could have been held. I think that this would have been a more competitive game if this was in Lambeau Field, but home field advantage played a huge factor. Um, I believe. I think that home field advantage definitely played a huge factor into why San Francisco won. Now, it's not a bad thing. It's not an excuse to why Green Bay lost. They got dominated. But yeah, I think that home field advantage, the crowd, the momentum, it was packed in there. But you got to give a lot of credit to the San Francisco 49. You got to give credit to the 49er fan base, 49er nation. You guys deserve all the credit in the world for that. But it definitely played a huge role. Um, but yeah, San Francisco again controlled the line of scrimmage. That was pretty much the thing. They controlled the line of scrimmage. They played physical up front, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Um, you might have to put Nick Bosa as a defensive player to your candidate. I mean, you literally might have to put him in there, man. I mean, he just had such an impact in this game. We saw DeForest Buckner. We saw Eric Armstead make some plays. You saw pretty much everyone made plays for the most part. I mean, this was just such a physical football game. You even saw Solomon Thomas. I know a lot of people are like, where's Solomon Thomas at? You even saw Solomon Thomas make some plays out there. Um, again, got to give a lot of credit to the Packers for at least coming back. I mean, these guys were down 7-34 at one point, and then these guys came back. And Devontae Adams, he beat Richard Sherman a couple times, especially one on a very deep route. I think that was a fade, or that might have been a fade or a post. Didn't really catch it all because I'm half asleep watching this game, but I know he beat him on that one deep route. Um, so Devontae Adams tried. I mean, so yeah, you got to give a little credit to Matt LaFleur and this Packers group. They didn't quit. They didn't give up. They continue to play. But I think that this is definitely going to hurt Aaron. This loss is going to hurt Rodgers' legacy. You know, what is he now? 1-4 in conference, 1-3, 1-4 in conference championship games. I mean, this is just not good. And he has 6 touchdowns to 7 interceptions in his career in the NFC Conference Championship game. He's completed less than 60% of his throws in conference championship games. He just not entirely his fault, but it's definitely going to hurt his legacy when you're trying to compare him to the all-time great quarterbacks like Breeze or Brady, a Peyton Manning or the Joe Montana. So I think it'll hurt his legacy a little bit in this one, but he's still an Hall of Fame quarterback. Not saying he's not. It's just just another disappointing result that the Packers, they get to the conference championship, they deserve it, but they don't show up. Right? We saw it happen in 2014. Um, you know, we just it just sucks. It just sucks if you're a Packers fan that you have to relive this over and over again. That you guys are this close to going back to the Super Bowl and just not showing up. Um, but yeah, congratulations to the San Francisco 49ers. They were the best team in the NFC conference by far. I thought it would be the Saints versus the 49ers, but That didn't happen. But I thought the 49ers were the best team. They're a physical football team. They're dominant up front on both sides of the ball. They have a pretty good secondary. It's going to be interesting to see what happens against a team like Kansas City that can score on pretty much anybody in the league, and then you got a physical front like San Francisco. It's going to be a clash of one of the best offenses versus one of the best defenses in the league. I think this is going to be a great game next week, and I can't wait for it. So, February, the Super Bowl is going to happen. I can't wait for it. San Fran versus Kansas City and Miami. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Quick little recap. San Francisco annihilates Green Bay 37-20. Definitely sucked that we didn't get a good game, that both games really weren't good. But overall wise, these are the two best teams in the NFL, and I can't wait for next week against Miami. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Really helps out the channel a lot. And yeah, that's all I got. So anyway, guys, this is Gen716. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.